Good morning. It's about 6:40. Just got home from working out this morning. It was really good. I did not want to get up this morning. My alarm went off at 4:15 and I told Alexa to hush it. I guess I snoozed it for like 10 minutes and then finally got up and had to rush around. The main thing that is costing me some time in the mornings right now when I'm getting ready is my right foot has, well, it has a bunion. I'm just gonna tell you. I broke my foot 3 years ago and like sprained some toe joints. And ever since then, things have not been exactly the same. I need some surgery, but it hasn't come to the point that I've got to have the surgery, but I'm going to eventually have to have the surgery. So I'm just trying to kind of manage it until that point in time comes. So I think I've figured out a good solution for Band-Aids for right now, because there's a blister on that bunion. And I was actually thinking when I got up this morning, I might need to take a day off tomorrow or Saturday to kind of rest it. But I think based on what I did this morning that it's going to be okay. I'll know for sure tomorrow after I walk, because there's a whole lot more movement and friction with my foot inside my shoe when I'm walking than when I'm, like working out with weights and things that we're doing with the program that I'm trying. So I kind of really am afraid to take a day off because I'm worried that that'll start a trend where, I'm not as motivated to exercise. So I really want to keep it up every day. I know there's going to come a day when I just can't, or like if I get sick or whatever. So I just feel like I want to get in as much as I can when I can. But let me know how many days a week you exercise. Like, I know that's got to be individual for everybody. So let me know. I'm curious. And if you have like scientific evidence to back up why you do a certain number of days a week, I'd love to hear that too. I'm all about some science and some data lately, apparently. A lot of you have been suggesting Fitbits. So far, I have not had anyone suggest an Apple Watch. They're super cool, but I guess for the purpose of actually wanting to track my steps, track my heart rate, and track my sleep, which were my 3 things I wanted to do all. I think the cost of the Fitbit is definitely going to be more economical. And what I'm hearing is that they say charge for a few days, where the Apple Watch, you've got to charge every day. So I'm definitely leaning towards that. I'm going to start shopping for one and see what I can come up with. But I'm excited about that because all those 3 things I want to know. We were working on heart rate this morning and working on raising it and then lowering it, raising it and then lowering it. Now I could feel my heart, but I didn't know if I was really getting, into my target range and then back into a resting range. So I'm excited about that. That's coming. Next thing, I want to give a shout out to my sweet Patricia. If you know Patricia, you love her. Like there's no way not to love my sweet Patricia. She called me last night and she was like, I just want to let you know that you've been encouraging me and keep it up. So she was encouraging me by telling me I had encouraged her. Love that sweet lady. And then I just got a text from her that said she was out going on her walk this morning. So that's awesome. And she sent me a picture of herself and her shirt said, I can do all things. And I love that. Yes, we can do all things through Christ who strengthens us. And boy, if I did not have him to strengthen me, if I did not rely on him, I wouldn't be doing this and I wouldn't be doing much else. My life would be pretty much a mess, I'm sure. Which reminds me, we get to go to church tonight. So excited. We haven't been to church since March. Tonight is the first night that my church has been back on site. And even though they have been doing the most outstanding job of church online, it's not the same. It's just not. So I'm going to be back in the house tonight at the Garner campus of New Hope Church on Benson Road in Garner. If you need a church family to come and hang with, come on. It is at 6:30. It's from like 6:30 to 7:30. There's going to be worship and communion. And I don't really know what else, but I don't really care what else as long as we're in the same house. And I think it actually might be outside. I don't know that for a fact. I'll be there serving. I'll be there early. So if you come on. I'll see you. Come say hi. My kids are going to be down at the road waving and making hands. And some of my favorite people are going to be there. If you're not ready to be back in person with people, then totally understand. Church is still going to be online on Sunday mornings. And I think I'm serving this Sunday. Yeah, I'm serving this Sunday too. So I'll be online. And you can also come to a watch party in the campus on Sunday as well. So I'll be there at 8:45 on Sunday if you need to come and hang with a church family Sunday at 8:45. They have 2 onlines at 8:45 and 10:45, but I think they're only doing the gathering at 8:45. I'm pretty sure. I can update you on that tomorrow just to make sure. But anyway, in this season, oh man, you know, I gotta have me some Jesus every day. So anyway, super excited. I can't wait for tonight. Cannot wait. So I've been thinking this morning too about this whole exercise thing. How am I going to continue it? Because next week is my last week of my free trial. It's hard what I've been doing. It's really hard, but I've seen so much improvement just in 2 weeks, which 4 times. 4 times I've been there walking in between. It's hard. Maybe is it harder than something that I should have started with? I don't know, maybe. But because I'm working this hard, I'm seeing the progress. And I feel like it's something that I should continue. The trainer, the coach, I think he calls himself coach, is amazing. Like, so encouraging. Is really going around and checking and making sure that everybody's doing the exercises the way that they're supposed to. Just, like if you had a personal trainer, in such a non-judgmental way, will let you know if you're not doing it right and help you to do it correctly, and wants you to do it correctly and wants you to succeed. And I noticed this morning that I'm starting to recognize people, and, this is just one more opportunity to have community, to have another family. The trainer was talking this morning about one of the ladies who's been going for a while and was diagnosed with colon cancer yesterday, I believe he said. So, and they're planning, to try to do something for her family. So first of all, would you just keep her in your prayers? Her name is Kelly. And I'm not sure that I know exactly who it is. I know a Kelly that I met Tuesday, but I don't know. I don't think it's that Kelly. I don't know for sure though, but I'm going to find out. But that's amazing. Like that, you want to put yourself in situations where you're supported and where you can support others. Like, that's what an opportunity. It's just one more opportunity to be a part of a family. So I love that. Now, the difficulty with it is the timing, and I'm not so sure as we're heading back to school if I'm going to be able to knock that time out, like really get there, get home, take a shower, get my kids to school, get me to school. Now, if my county decides on remote learning for any period of time, like 100% remote learning, then I have no excuse. So, Joko, I'm going to need you to let me know so I can, pick my exercise program. No, I'm kidding. I know that every county across the nation is working so hard right now to try to figure out what is going to be the best possible scenario for their students. And it's so hard to choose right now. The American Academy of Pediatrics recommends that we get kids back in school if at all possible. There are kids and families who have medical reasons not to go back to school in person. Totally understand. totally support them. I know a few personally that I know are either homeschooling or choosing 100% remote. And, I totally support that. My kids need to get back. I need to get back. But if it's not feasible, this back and forth between being in the classroom some and being remote some, if it's going to create so much work that teachers are doing double what they were doing before, then it might not be the right thing. So whatever my county decides, I'm, here to support them, and I'm here to walk in those doors with a positive attitude. I've already been positive with my kids about what we're doing, and this is going to be okay, and we're going to make it work. And yes, you're going to have to wear a mask, and that's going to be okay too. I'm not a fan of masks, but right now it's, it's a requirement in our state. So we do it. But here's my little tiny piece of advice to you today. Whatever you choose to do with your kids, sell it. You're going to say, this is what we're doing, and it's going to be great. And it may be temporary, but it's going to be good. And we're going to get through this together. Because if your attitude is negative about it, guess whose attitude is going to be negative about it? So I'm recommending that to you as a friend, also as a teacher. So hang in there, parents out there, other teachers out there. We've got this. Last thing I want to talk about. This morning I was thinking about, okay, what's going to be my takeaway from today? I feel like I'm learning something about myself, about my body, about my determination, my spirit every day. God is laying something on my heart. I was thinking about how hard I was working this morning and how there are things that I can't do yet. And I've been talking about that since day one too. I know there are things that my body in the shape that it's in, partially because of the size, partially because of the lack of activity and movement over the years, there are things that my body just cannot physically do yet. And again, I've seen some pretty quick progress that I've been impressed with as far as my mobility. I'm grateful for that. One thing I can't do yet, well, I think I mentioned the other day, I can do like a 10-second plank, but a lot of the exercises that we're doing use that plank pose. And if you're not in a plank pose, you can get on your knees, like with your feet up. And I can do the majority of those exercises that way, but I'm not getting the full benefit from them. And it's also kind of hard on my knees. I'm touching one of my knees now and I can feel like it's not bruised, but it's sore. So I want to work into being able to do those, for both of those reasons, because I don't want my knees to be sore. I don't want to injure my knees. And also I want to be able to do the exercises to the full benefit, but I don't want to let that get me down. I don't want that to frustrate me that I can't do it. So I was just thinking about what I can do, what my strengths are. Everybody has strengths, no matter what area you're talking about, you have some sort of strength. And I've noticed over the past few times, I still have really good upper body strength. It's not what it used to be, but when we're doing, can't remember what he called them now, but you go into a squat, you have weights like this, and then you go straight up with a full extension all the way up, maybe like a press or something. I don't know. I can do that and do it well and do a lot of reps. And I probably, just for that one, I probably need to up my weights because I can do it so well. That's a strength. Like, I need to be proud of that, and I need to build on that, not ignore the weaknesses, but I need to build on that strength. The other thing is my flexibility. I've always had good flexibility. It's, once again, certainly not what it was, years ago. I can't put my belly flat on the floor in a straddle position anymore. But I can touch my toes standing up. I can sit in a straddle position and touch my toes. I can lean over and touch my right hand to my left foot and my right hand right hand to right foot, left hand to left foot. Those are things that I really wouldn't have expected to be able to do at my current size and current, physical ability level. But I can. So I think that I can certainly build on those strengths and, be grateful for those strengths. And it just reminded me that no matter what we're doing, whether it's exercise, whether it's work, whether it's serving others, whether it's within our family, everybody has their strengths and everybody has their weaknesses. And if we take our strengths, whether they're a strength or a gift, and build on those, that is what we're supposed to do. That's ideal. Recognize what you're strong in. Don't ignore that. But don't ignore your weaknesses either, and know that your weaknesses are the things that you really have to dig deep on and work really hard to improve. But you can't do that unless you know what they are. And it's funny because sometimes we figure out a strength or a weakness just by accident, just maybe by being put in a situation that we didn't know we were going to be put in. But we can also be conscious about discovering our strengths and weaknesses. You can just think carefully, what am I good at? What can I do? What knowledge base do I have? What can I physically do? What do other people say I'm good at? If you're not sure, ask somebody. Ask somebody close to you. When you think of me, what do you think of? What am I good at? What do I do well? They'll tell you. Especially if it's somebody that loves you, they'll tell you the truth. And then ask, what do you think I need to work on? What can I do better? Man, what if we all asked that question of our spouse, our kids, our coworkers, any of our other family members, people that we spend a lot of time with, interact with, people that are, important to us. What am I really good at? Like, if you needed help, what could you ask me for and I could help you? What are you thankful that I'm able to do? And what can I do better? How can I be a better spouse to you? How can I be a better parent to you? How can I be a better coworker to you? Now, I'm sure, you might get some silly answers sometimes, but imagine that as a conversation starter. Where could that go? How can you humble yourself today and figure out, what are my strengths? What are my weaknesses? And go from there. Think about it a little bit, see what you think. I hope you have a great day. I'm going to talk to you soon.